All right, let's jump right into this explainer. We're looking at a massive, and I mean massive, shift happening in the creative world right now. Today, we're breaking down how Google's Gemini Omni is fundamentally transforming the daily workflow for professional video editors. Whether you're totally overwhelmed by complex editing software or you're a seasoned pro wondering what the future looks like for your daily grind, you're in the right place. We're going to see exactly how the mechanics of video creation are being rewritten from the ground up.
Just sit with this thought from our source material for a second, because it perfectly captures the paradigm shift we're walking into. Imagine grabbing a shaky video off your phone, uploading it, and simply typing, "Make the background Paris." Boom! The AI completely rewrites the environment, but your subject stays perfectly intact. This isn't science fiction anymore. This is exactly what Google just launched with Gemini Omni. It's not just a fancy new plugin. As our source notes, this could genuinely redefine the future of filmmaking and even completely change the landscape for creative jobs.
So let's dive into Section 1, the AI video revolution.
For decades, video editing has basically existed at this Photoshop level, right? You needed a really high degree of technical mastery. You had to memorize endless shortcuts, fight with complex interfaces, and spend years learning the software just to execute a basic vision. But the source explicitly points out that Gemini Omni takes that whole process and shifts it straight to a conversational level. You're no longer fighting the software. Instead, you just give commands in normal everyday language, and the AI does all the heavy lifting.
Which brings us to Section 2, from timelines to conversations.
Look, if you edit day in and day out, you know the grind on the left all too well. Traditional editing means staring at a timeline, meticulously tweaking layers, spending hours on masking, and managing 100 different audio and video tracks. It is incredibly manual. Well, conversational editing just completely bypasses that. Instead of finessing a mask frame by frame, you just chat with the AI. You want a different atmosphere? Type "make it rain." Want a different shot? Tell it to add a camera zoom. What used to take hours of technical maneuvering now literally takes a few seconds of simple conversation. It's super beginner-friendly, but it also completely supercharges a professional's workflow. Next up, Section 3, anything-to-anything creation. So how is this actually happening? The crucial point is that Gemini Omni is a multimodal AI. In plain English, that means it doesn't just read text. It natively understands and processes multiple formats at the exact same time. It can take in text, an image, audio, and video, analyze all of them together, and use that as the foundation to create something entirely new instantly. Because of this, you can basically throw traditional asset gathering out the window. You aren't just stuck typing out text prompts. You can generate high-quality video using a terrible sketch you drew on a napkin. You could just upload a quick voice note and ask the AI to build a fully realized animation directly from your audio. Or take an old piece of footage from an external drive and use it as the base for a brand new edit. This level of flexibility means your starting point can literally be whatever you have on hand. Moving to Section 4, perfecting consistency and physics.
Now, I know exactly what you're thinking. What about continuity? It's every video editor's biggest fear with AI. Generating a cool 5-second clip is easy, but keeping a cohesive story together, that's tough. But according to the source, the big differentiator with Omni is deep understanding. A lot of AI tools just blindly follow your immediate prompt, but Omni taps into Google's massive internet-level knowledge to actually understand real-world physics, realistic motion, and how objects are supposed to behave in an environment over time.
Let's actually put that to the test. Imagine you create a character. Then you tell the AI, show them in the rain. Done. Next prompt, put them on a bike. Done. Finally, make it a night scene. Through all of those separate edits, the AI is working incredibly hard behind the scenes to make sure your character stays perfectly consistent. It remembers their face, their jacket, the lighting style. If you're a professional trying to build an actual multi-shot narrative, this kind of consistency is an absolute game changer. Okay, Section 5, access, credits, and cost. Let's get practical. How do you actually use this today? Right now, you can access the Omni Flash model in the standard Gemini app, or if you want a more robust workspace, through Google Flow. But here is the massive news for creators. Google confirmed this technology is rolling out directly to YouTube Shorts. Integrating conversational editing natively into the YouTube ecosystem is going to be a transformative update for creators everywhere. When it comes to cost, the source notes that generating an 8-second video clip inside Google Flow currently costs exactly 12 credits. If you want to extend that generation out to a 10-second clip, it scales up to 15 credits. So it's a really straightforward, usage-based system. That here's the absolute best part. The platform gives you roughly 100 free daily credits. This is fantastic because it makes the tech completely accessible to just jump in and try. You can log in right now, test out the conversational editing, and practice rethinking your workflow without spending a single dime. It's the perfect sandbox to learn how to transition away from that traditional timeline.
We've seen how Gemini Omni can replace tedious timeline tasks with simple conversations, and how it uses real-world understanding to actually maintain consistency. Our sources are predicting the entire video industry will fundamentally change in the next 1 to 2 years because of these exact capabilities. So I want to leave you with this final thought to ponder about the future of your own workflow. Are you ready to embrace this conversational revolution, or do you view this as a risky shift for the traditional art of editing? The tools are here, they're accessible, and they're evolving fast. Thanks for hanging out with me for this explainer. Seriously, go use those free credits, try it out for yourself, and I'll catch you in the next one.